Hi, it's Linda Adler-Kassner, Program Chair for 4Cs 2016. As you know, the Taking Action workshops are going to be a really important part of 4Cs 2016. These are going to be special workshops offered during the day on Thursday and Friday during regular conference session. They're free of charge, no pre-registration required, open to all conference attendees. The purpose of the workshop is for you to develop concrete strategies to take action on issues of concern to you. The workshops will be facilitated by professional organizers and activists. There are going to be 5 workshops. Each will be offered twice each day. They will focus on naming and narrowing issues, on building alliances, framing messages, contributing to policy, and developing action plans. So they're going to be really exciting opportunities for folks to develop these concrete strategies. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the framework for the Taking Action workshops. I also want to encourage you to watch video interviews I've conducted with each of the workshop facilitators. They'll help you get to know the facilitators a little bit and to learn more about what's going to happen in their workshops. As I've been promoting these workshops and talking with folks about 4Cs 2016, some folks have sent me questions. They have included one question I want to address in this video, where I'll introduce a little bit about the Taking Action workshops. The question is, how can one set of workshops help people address the many concerns that they bring to 4Cs 2016? In order to address this question and provide a framework for thinking about the Taking Action workshops, I want to talk a little bit about the idea of communities of practice and landscapes of practice. These ideas come from the work of Etienne Wenger and Jean Lave, and also Etienne Wenger Trainer and Bev Wenger Trainer. We're all familiar with the idea of a community of practice if you think about it. A community of practice is a group that shares common rituals, a common language, common strategies for learning how to learn. People enter communities of practice as novices, and if they stick around and are informed by and start to contribute to the ideas of the community of practice, they develop into expertise. Within our discipline, we belong to many communities of practice. So they might be our programs, our departments, our institutions, and of course, there are communities of practice around issues of concern to those of us in the field. Some of the issues that you've contributed to the Taking Action collectors, for instance, could constitute communities of practice. People who have come together around issues of concern, like labor practices, or program administration, or basic writing. So we can think of the idea of communities of practice, sort of smaller entities that circulate within what Wenger Trainer and Wenger Trainer call the larger landscape of practice. It's the landscape of practice that really is constituted by what they describe as the social body of knowledge. So landscape of practice is constituted by the communities of practice as they come together, the boundaries between them, which are sometimes permeable and sometimes less permeable. So, if we think about our discipline itself, any discipline, as constituted by a number of communities of practice that come together to form a landscape of practice, it then makes sense to think that we can think through some common strategies in order to address issues of concern, common concern, across our landscape of practice. The issues may not be exactly the same, but they're all part of the same social body of knowledge. And that's the idea that the workshop facilitators have had in mind as they've thought about how to design workshops that can enable folks to bring the issues of concern to them in the field, issues that again may be different, but which exist within this larger landscape of practice, to the Taking Action workshops at 4Cs 2016. Each workshop, as I've said, will have a professional facilitator. They'll also have a so-called content expert, somebody from our discipline, to help folks think through those issues as they relate to each other and as they apply to or exist in relation to the strategies that are being promoted through the workshops. So I hope that this helps provide a brief theoretical introduction to the workshops. I encourage you to watch the videos with each workshop presenter. In each video, I've asked the workshop facilitators to respond to some common questions. The questions are, who are you? What makes you tick? What brings you to this work and what makes you passionate about it? What principles do you bring to this work and do you think are really important for folks to think about as they engage in this work? I've asked them to tell a story about a specific organizing effort that they've been involved in and to think about what they think makes that organizing effort successful. I've asked them to talk about what attendees can do or think about or bring with them to the session in order to have a really good experience in the session. Importantly, I've also asked them what attendees can expect from each workshop, and I've asked them to talk about if there's anything else they'd like session attendees to know. So the videos are about 8 to 10 minutes long. I think they do a great job at helping you get a sense of the workshop facilitators. I also would encourage folks to continue contributing ideas about issues they want to bring to the workshops to the Taking Action Collector. And I'll reinsert the URL for the Taking Action Collector right here on this video. So please do watch the videos, continue to contribute issues of concern that you want to bring to the workshops, and we'll look forward to seeing you at 4Cs 2016.